Felix, dear, are you awake now?
Hi, Mom. I just got up. I had no idea I would sleep in for so long.
Don't worry, you deserve the rest. Your final exams took a toll on you. I know just how hard you studied. I couldn't hold it against you if you chose to sleep the entire day.
With how long I've slept already, I don't think I'll be sleeping for the next couple of days.
Don't count on it, hon. Once again, congratulations on graduating high school. I know this is probably the 1,000th time I'm telling you, but you can't blame me for being proud of you, can you?
No, you can say it a million times and I'll never get tired of hearing you say it. Thank you so much, Mom, for everything you've done for me. You and I know that if you'd not been there for me, things would not have gone this way.
I doubt that. You're an exceptional kid. I'm sure you would have been just fine.
Please don't do that. Don't downplay the role you've played in my life. You may not be my real mother, but you still took me in like your son and raised me. I owe all of this to you, Mom.
What do you mean by real mother? Are you trying to hurt my feelings? No matter what a DNA test might say, you're my son, and you'll always be my son.
Thank you, Mom. You've taught me that it's not blood that makes a family, but they're bonds. After all, the person I share blood with is yet to even reach out to me.
Your father is probably busy. You know how his work can be. He told me he was going on a business trip. I guess things got out of hand and he couldn't make it.
Yeah, just as he's always been all my life. Just as you keep making excuses for him time and again.
Come on, dear. He's your father. Don't talk about him like that. Did he call you yesterday? Or this morning?
No, and honestly, I don't even care. The call that matters is the one you gave me, and I'm happy about that.
Don't worry. I'm sure he will reach out to you.
Whatever. I have to go now, Mom. I need to freshen up. Love you, Mom.
I love you too. Talk to you later. Hi, Barnes. Good evening.
Yeah, what's up?
Yesterday was Felix's graduation. Have you reached out to him yet?
Oh crap, I totally forgot.
How is that possible? I reminded you of it the night before.
Then why didn't you remind me again of it yesterday? I can't be thinking of running a company and also be expected to remember petty things like that.
Your son's graduation is petty?
You're not a CEO, so I don't expect your tiny brain to understand what I'm saying here.
Well, I did reach out to you yesterday. You would have known that if your phone had not been switched off. I thought you were on a business trip. Why would your phone be off for the entire day?
You sound very silly right now. Are you trying to teach me how to do my job now? Get off my back, will ya? I'll call Felix later. He's a big boy and shouldn't resort to crying every time Daddy doesn't come calling.
Yeah, he is a big boy, and I assure you he wasn't crying. I feel it might be better if you call him now, so you don't forget again, just in case you decide to switch your phone off again.
What's that supposed to mean?
Come on, Barnes. I know you're not on a business trip at all. You're cheating on me with Sandy, your secretary.
What? How'd you know?
I've known for quite some time now.
Oh my god, you are scary. How can you know about it and keep quiet? Don't you dare tell Felix about this. Claire? Hi, Claire. How are you doing?
Why are you asking?
Is this about the Sandy thing?
I told you, I've known for quite some time now.
Then why didn't you do or say anything?
I chose to do nothing because of our son. I couldn't bear for him to grow up in a broken home.
Well, look at that. Aren't you Mother Teresa?
Don't you dare mock me. There are so many things I should be doing right now, but I'm keeping my cool. Don't test me.
Jeez, so feisty. You look on the bright side of this, though. Maybe it's a good thing you know already. It makes the news easier to deliver.
News? What news?
It's time for us to get divorced. I can't keep living a lie. I deserve to be happy, too. With Sandy.
Huh? Divorce? I should be the one asking for that, not you.
Come on. I just don't want to be bothered anymore. I want a divorce. We both know this marriage has been falling apart for a long time.
You're the one tearing it apart with your lies and infidelity. How can you be so heartless?
It's not that simple. I can't keep living a lie, Claire. I deserve to be happy too.
Happy? What about me? Don't I deserve to be happy? I should be the one asking for a divorce. I was only waiting for Felix to graduate college, get a decent job, and settle down. I sacrificed my happiness and peace of mind for him.
To be honest, you sound like a pathetic clown. I've had to deal with you all these years, and it's been exhausting. Now that Felix is of age and can take care of himself, I can finally break free.
Felix? Break free? What the hell are you talking about? What does all this have to do with him?
Why do you think I got married to you? I'm a CEO, for crying out loud. You and I are not in the same class. I never wanted a child, but when Felix's mother got pregnant, I realized I could give fatherhood a shot. But she ruined it all when she abandoned him and ran off. There was no way I was going to let a baby slow me down. I knew I needed a wife as soon as possible, and that was when you came in.
My God. So you're saying you only got married to me so I could take care of your son?
Talk about a glorified nanny. That's what you are. I should be given an award for raising your status in society. What would you have ever achieved without me? You and I were never meant to be. So, you see now why we need a divorce, right? I can't keep living in this toxic environment.
I gave up my life for you. Gave you my heart and soul. And this is all you have for me? And you have the audacity to make demands?
See, let's leave this past behind us. We can't keep punishing each other for something that's already done. Let's just move on.
Move on? You might find that easier to do, but I will carry the scars of your betrayal. You want a divorce, right? I'll give it to you. It's high time I put myself first. Besides, the only reason I stayed this long was because of Felix.
No matter what you think, you're not his mother, and you've overstayed your welcome.
I'll see you in court.
Mom! I just got off the phone with Dad. When were you planning to tell me about the divorce?
Oh, Felix, I'm so sorry. I'm sad that things came to this point, but it can't be avoided at the moment. You need to know, however, that it will never change the way I feel about you. You're my son no matter what, and I love you regardless.
Thanks, Mom. I feel the same way. But you can't leave me alone with Dad. Please, can you take me with you?
Felix, he's your father. I can't take you from him.
You're also my mother, and I'm old enough to decide where I'll stay. I want to stay with you.
You're right. You can decide who you want to stay with. I'd really love it if you chose to stay with me.
Thank you. But, Mom, do you have any plans? You've always been a housewife. Will the transition not be too hard on you?
Of course it will, but I have plans. It's time to put my degree to real use, not just helping to keep your father's books in order.
Dad doesn't know the gem he's losing by letting you go, but I'm happy you guys are separating. He never treated you right.
Thank you for your kind words. Just rest easy, okay? Everything will be fine.
Of course they will. I know it because I have you in my corner.
Claire, what's this I'm hearing? You're starting your own accounting firm? Are you out of your mind?
What do you mean?
You know nothing about running a company. You think being the CEO is a joke.
What does it matter to you? We're not together anymore.
Yeah, right. It's just funny, that's all. It'll be a spectacle when you fail.
Wow, my company is barely a week old and you're already wishing it to fail? Do you hate me this much, Barnes?
I'm just spitting facts here. It's not my fault if you found the truth a bitter pill to swallow.
Well, you're wrong. I started this and I'm going to succeed in it. Being the wife of a CEO linked me to a number of millionaires and their wives. Building up my own network, I've been able to corner some of them and they've taken me on as their accountant. I used my savings to start up the company and get registered, but it was their deposit I used to hire staff and get the company going.
Even after we're separated, you're still feeding off of me. What a parasite you are.
You didn't connect me to them. I built the relationships myself. Yes, it was during your company functions that I met many of them, but you never introduced me to any of them, so I did all that myself.
Whatever. How long do you think you can keep this up? You will fail.
How will I do that exactly? I've been the one keeping your company finances in check all these years, even though I was never paid for it. Thanks to that, though, nobody can say I lack experience. Barnes, I very well know what I'm doing, just as you have no idea what you're saying.
Okay then. Just don't come running to me when you need help. You're about to learn that the CEO position is not for everyone.
I guess we'll have to see about that, indeed.
Claire, are you there? Claire, I need to talk to you.
What is it, Barnes?
How are you doing, dear?
Dear? See, I want nothing to do with you, okay? Our divorce is finalized, so just leave me be, will you?
Come on, relax a little. Don't need to be so uptight. It's just, things are really messed up for me. I never should have let you go, Claire. I made a huge mistake.
Yeah, you did, but that realization is not going to change anything.
It can. You have to come back to me, baby. I need you back in my life. After you left, I hired a new accountant who turned out to be a crook. He stole company funds and absconded, rendering us a bankrupt. My company's sinking and there's nothing I can do to stop it.
Oh, sorry to hear all that. But what does all this have to do with me?
Come on, your company's doing great. You and I can get back together. You're already earning so much. So we'll be fine, regardless of the bankruptcy.
You really have no shame, do you? You're not even attempting to hide the fact that you only want me back because I'm well off.
Come on, no need to get emotional here.
What about your girlfriend?
Who, Sandy? Please. That turncoat ditched me the moment my company began to have trouble. Now I'm all alone and broke. You have to come back to me. We both know you never wanted that divorce.
On the contrary, Barnes. Ever since I found out you were cheating, I wanted to divorce you. However, my love for Felix kept me with you. I love him so much and I couldn't bear to leave him in your care. He would have been neglected and probably grown up to be a nuisance to society. If we got divorced, I knew there was no way I could get custody since I'm not his biological mother. So, I stayed for him. When you asked for a divorce, I realized he was indeed old enough for me to be his mother even from a distance. Instead of staying with you, he chose to come with me. So, you see, you no longer have anything I need.
We can be a family again.
No. Since you chatted me up, have you asked about Felix's well-being? As always, you're only thinking of yourself. I'm done with you, Barnes. Do not contact me ever again.
Just hold on, Claire. Let's talk about this.
There's nothing to talk about. Goodbye.
Claire, we can still salvage this.
With Barnes out of my life, I focused on building a better one for Felix and I. My company did so well that I had no problem taking care of his college tuition and his other needs. Both of us were happy together, and not even Barnes could rob us of that. Last we heard of him, his company folded completely, and he was applying to companies, but his reputation kept ruining his chances. I didn't feel sorry for him in the least. He was out of our lives. That was all that mattered.